A Savannah doctor will spend the next 20 years behind bars in federal prison. Dr. Frank Bynes was found guilty of healthcare fraud and illegally dispensing thousands of pills to patients. News 3's Danni Dikes joins us with a closer look at this case.
Prosecutors say he's destroyed countless lives, fueling the opioid epidemic in our country. Doctors at Memorial Health tell me they're still dealing with the crisis here in our community. The director of the Chatham-Savannah counter-narcotics team calls him a monster, a drug dealer in a white coat. Now Dr. Frank Bynes Jr. will answer to a different title, inmate, for the next 20 years.
Other health crises come and go, like you noted, vaping and the current coronavirus situation, but the opiate epidemic is still a real thing, and it's still, I would say, just as pertinent to our day-to-day life here in the emergency department as it was when it was on everybody's radar screen 2 years ago.
Prosecutors say Bynes fell on their radar by preying on patients, fueling the opioid crisis. He was sentenced in a Georgia federal court on Friday after being found guilty of healthcare fraud and unlawfully dispensing substances, sometimes in return for cash or sex.
It makes me kind of angry, actually, because, I think it erodes the public trust in physicians. No doctor should be prescribing a muscle relaxant on top of a benzodiazepine on top of a narcotic.
Andrew Ross, an attendee at Memorial Health, says this drug cocktail is just incredibly dangerous. Prosecutors say the 69-year-old was the #1 prescriber in the country, giving this so-called holy trinity to patients he knew were drug addicts. Bynes would also prescribe it to Medicare patients at a higher rate than any other physician.
Most of the time, these people are in the prime of their lives. They're young people, and so to have to tell a family their loved ones, passed away unexpectedly like that is extremely hard. It's the hardest part of the job.
Attorneys say Bynes' patients often suffered overdoses, yet he continued to exploit and coerce them into providing sexual favors for pills. The doctor is responsible for dispensing 4.6 million doses of drugs over a 3-year period. The pharmacies that filled Bynes' prescriptions are also under investigation. Danni Dikes, WSAV News 3.